I think that should be the end of the Sniperwolf videos now, unless she does anything else f***ed up, which I guess isn't outside the realm of possibility. Right, so that video was a lie, and I'm here to talk about some recent updates that have come to light regarding the Sniperwolf situation, and yeah, it's kind of getting worse and worse. The fact that this has actually happened makes me laugh. Sniperwolf is re-uploading her old videos from her primary channel, which has been demonetized, you all know about that, to a secondary channel to basically evade the punishment she has been given by YouTube, which, by the way, was far too late anyway, so she can make money. The first thing I want to say is YouTube took an awfully long time to take any action towards Sniperwolf at all. And on top of that, when YouTube finally did deliver a punishment towards Sniperwolf, to top it off, they decided they wanted to portion blame onto jacksfilms, which was a kick in the teeth itself. YouTube are probably very much aware that Sniperwolf had a secondary account. They didn't demonetize her to begin with. And even when they did come to Twitter to say that they demonetized her, people were sharing screenshots saying, well, I've got an advert right now, so that's not true. A lot of people on Twitter have kind of been saying, well, how do we know this is Sniperwolf's account? Is it really hard to believe that Sniperwolf is re-uploading her content that already got criticism for being a rip-off of other people's content to a different channel to make money? That's not at all unbelievable. That is very, very believable. Sniperwolf is known, first of all, for being a content thief. Second of all, re-uploading videos from your old channel to a secondary channel to evade the punishment you've been given by YouTube, which is a very little punishment, may I add. You are literally doing the bare minimum to make money, like re-uploading content you already made, which, by the way, YouTube TOS states that is not allowed. Re-uploading content to evade punishment, of course, isn't allowed. You don't need to be fucking intelligent to work that one out. So, of course, Twitter has kind of been the main home for complaints about the situation, which is nice, because I know Team YouTube are very active on there. Whenever I've had a problem, I take to Twitter, I at Team YouTube, they reply to me within half an hour. So we know they're seeing these tweets that people are making. YouTube took to Twitter to say, we can confirm that we have demonetized her second channel. People were replying with screenshots being like, you haven't demonetized her videos. And I think the worst part about this is they are blatantly just lying. And you can say that's a bit harsh, Kate. I'm sure they're not intending to. I don't know at this point. Sniperwolf's a massive creator, which we spoke about before. She makes a lot of money for the platform. There is definitely an element of double standards, which I know seems crazily obvious, but I can't help but think if this was me, or if this was fellow content creators that aren't at 35 million, they would suffer the consequences to the point of just being deplatformed completely. Another thing that winds me up is that I had a lot of trouble when I first did YouTube. In case you don't know really how YouTube monetization works, your videos get put through a computer system to check for things that, will demonetize you, which break the advertisement requirements. And I kept getting demonetized an awful lot and taking to Twitter and being like, hey, I don't know why you're doing this. They're not breaking TOS. I've tried to educate myself as best as I can. I swear a little bit too much sometimes. And it took a really long time. They have settled now, and I do seem to be consistently getting monetized with no problem. But the fact that I had a problem, and I wasn't even doing anything, I didn't dox anyone, YouTube, and the fact that she is managing somehow to get monetized in any way, shape or form, it is nuts to me, especially when I know a lot of people have had a little bit of trouble with YouTube. It's like, hang on a minute, YouTube. So you know very much how to keep someone monetized, even in the worst of situations. A little bit annoying. This is why a lot of people are like, why the should I stop using ad blockers? Because they've introduced a new thing where you can't use ad blockers, and people know how to get around that. Of course they do. It's like, I don't blame a lot of people, and I'm saying that, ads pay my wage, but I get why people wouldn't want to. Imagine your money's going into Sniperwolf pockets when she has actually been demonetized on her main channel. But she thought, well, I know I said I'm sorry. All right, I know my apology was only a few days ago, but I need that coin. You could at least have waited it through to at least be like, yeah, I am sorry. We know you're not, but at least waiting and actually accepting the punishment would have screamed, I'm a little bit sorry. I feel like the only way YouTube can get out of this mess is to ban her. I don't think that's ever going to happen, but it would solve a lot of their problems, because it would just say, we're sorry. I know it's taken us a really long time. A lot of people probably still wouldn't respect YouTube because it's like, why is it taking you this fucking long to do something? But at least it would get rid of the entire problem for a lot of people, the issue lies when YouTube makes claims saying, hey, yeah, we've done that. We've demonetized her. And then people were going onto her channel and there were adverts on it. Because that's just saying, we're just making it up as we go along. And that's what doesn't fill me with hope about the platform and doesn't make the consumers of YouTube feel too great about the platform. They're just looking at it thinking, God, the team must be a show because they don't even know how to deal with the situation, which they have TOS in place to deal with. What is the point in having policies that you don't follow? And at this point, Jack's Films could 100% go down the legal side and be successful because YouTube have not helped themselves in any way, shape, or form. And if he did do that, imagine how much worse that's going to look on YouTube. It's horrendous how much they fucked this situation up. Because it's like, this is the situation we're in, where a YouTuber can up and do weird things over and over again, have no consequences from it, and then when there are consequences, which are very soft, they can get around it. And YouTube will be like, oh, I don't know. Like, they're just pussyfooting around it and, sticking a band-aid over it. You're not really doing anything, are you? Just chuck her off. Don't chuck her off. Sounds weird. Get her off. Don't get her off. Remove her platform. Out of curiosity, we're going to head over to her account now and have a little look and see if all her adverts are off. I don't think YouTube are too stupid now to still actually have adverts on after everyone's been like, hey, you said her adverts are off her secondary account, and they're not. I do feel like now they will be. We have her secondary account. I've never seen this before, and I can't lie, I didn't even know she had one. So that's a lovely surprise. If you were a big Ssniperwolf lover and you love her interesting videos and content, you'll be pleased to know she has a second account. So it's double great content. Let's just have a look at her recent video, which was uploaded 2 days ago.
Hello friends, it's me. Today I have some juicy TikToks for you.
So, as of now, yeah, they've demonetized her, but it's the fact that it took people to be like, hey, Ssniperwolf's uploading her other content and you've got her monetized, it's on her second channel, and you guys were like, oh, just to confirm, she's not monetized, and people were going, yeah, she is. And you guys are like, fuck, let me just go through and demonetize her quickly and pretend that didn't happen. It just gets to a point where you're just a little bit like, YouTube, you're not very good at sticking to your word. I mean, you can't stick to your policy, so I guess, what do we expect? It's just very unprofessional is the way I can summarize it. It just screams unprofessional and botched and rushed. I'm sorry this video again has been a massive rant, and if you're new to my channel, I promise we do react to things, we do watch stuff, so don't not subscribe just because you're bored, because this is a boring video. I'm bored of having to take to YouTube and everyone else having to take to YouTube to be like, what the f*** are you doing? At this point, let me run YouTube. I'll run it. No, I'd be shit. But, I definitely would ban her. At this point, that's their winning option, is ban her. And then everyone will be happy, won't they? And, I do agree, even if they did ban her completely, there's always going to be that little remnants of realization that it took a really long time for that to happen. And they have kind of just dragged their feet with every single step they've had to take. And that's the part that people are annoyed about. Sorry, I'm using my hands a lot. Gordon Ramsay here. That's the part that people aren't happy with, is that YouTube's a business, it's a company, it has a policy in place. It's not hard to follow that policy. They're breaking the policy for a content creator that earns a lot of money. And of course, they're not going to admit that's the reason, but it is the reason. Of course, there's bias there because she got 35 million, she earns a lot of money for the platform, and they're just playing ignorant, I think. They're playing incompetent about the situation and pretending they just don't really know what's going on. And that's just the worst thing you can do as a platform where a lot of people are being vocal about the situation. It's not like they're not being informed in every fucking step of the way when things keep happening. And furthermore, Ssniperwolf, you can't say sorry for something and then completely disregard that apology by taking action to evade the consequences you have been dealt because of something you did. That's not an apology. If you say sorry and then you do it again, it's just manipulation. And it sounds stupid to go, hey, you're manipulating YouTube. But if in any other situation, if someone apologizes for something and keeps doing it, you're manipulating them because you're saying sorry for a reaction. You're saying sorry to get something. And then you're being like, well, I'm not that fucking sorry. Yeah, I know I said I was sorry. Look what you're doing to the platform. You're causing uproar. You're making me want to die. If you can't tell, I'm really frustrated about this situation because every day I wake up and I think, when will Ssniperwolf be banned? And a lot of people are like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. She doesn't need to be banned. Okay. And most anyone that's saying that it's not that deep or she hasn't done anything that bad isn't a content creator. Because the majority of people, even not content creators, even people that just watch YouTube, understand why it's bad. It's just the little small minority. They're either Sssniperwolf fans, which, shit, they exist, or they're people that just have no idea how content creation works and have no respect for content creators and why they don't want their content to be ripped off, or why they don't want to be doxxed, or why they want to feel safe on their platform. But they're just a small amount of people, so, fuck them too. But yeah, thank you guys, and I promise, like I said, I don't rant this much usually. I promise I don't. I love my job. I don't love what's happening, and I don't love how my trust is slipping a little bit with the YouTube team, because it's sad, and they're going backwards a little bit, and they should fix that. But will they? Probably not. If you've made it till the end, give me a thumbs up, because I have no reason, but it would just be cool, I guess. I would get why you don't. And you know what? The funny thing is, I always think with these videos, people that have never seen my channel, they're going to join, they're going to see me ranting and just talking. I am a commentary YouTuber, and I've been just commenting. There's been no content to react to really today, because quite frankly, I don't want to watch Sssniperwolf's content. It makes me... Can't do that. I can't. It makes me want to die. So, yeah, but I promise we do usually actually watch stuff. So subscribe. You won't regret it. And I'll see you in my next video, where hopefully Sssniperwolf's name is nowhere near the title or the thumbnail. And I'll see you again next time.